Former reggae boy Fabian Taylor is on another journey as he's now involved in coaching at the Harbour Football Club. The 35-year-old has achieved a lot throughout his career in a sport he made his profession after he started playing at age 7.
Cousin of mine who lives in America now introduced me to the game of football. Really, he used to come take me out my house and carry me to the ball ground and stuff like that. So I started really early at a tender age at 7, as I said, and went to Norway primary school. Actually, we're first year of entering the primary school league. We won the league, really, in St. Catherine, and that's where it started really in terms of winning for me. So, winning was a part of me from early. It was a really easy transition from Norway primary to Bridgeport High School, but in terms of football now, it was really hard because nobody know anything about Bridgeport High School. We didn't have a lot of players. We were pretty new in the Manning Cup and in the Colts and Pepsi competition, so it was really tough. We got some licks really in the Manning Cup and in the Colts competition, but from Bridgeport, that was where I really started enjoying the game and developing a love for the sport. While I was playing Manning Cup, I played for my community team, Newland FC, in the Portmore Division 2 competition. We won the Portmore D2 competition on a couple of occasions. Transition out from Newland, I went to Central Links in Spanish Town, where we had back then we had the A-League competition, and well, I did pretty well in the A-League competition, got best young junior player, most leading goal scorer and stuff like that, and after Central Links, now made the transition to Harbour Football Club. That's where it really started big time now for me and started to live in my dream of playing professional football then.
There was one player he idolized locally.
Walter Boyd, I should say. We had a good relationship, and I think he took to me like how I took to him, and he was my favorite player, and I expect what I had expected when I met him, then it was what I expected. He was cool and calm.
Internationally, it was Ronaldo.
The real Ronaldo, the Brazilian, the fat man Ronaldo, really. He was my favorite player, really, and he's still my favorite player. I haven't seen a forward like Ronaldo.
Taylor went on to play with the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars in the US Major League, but that turned out to be a bad experience after he picked up an injury on duty with the Reggae Boyz. Before
I leave America, Bob Bradley, who was the national coach, who coached America, he was the coach back then for the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars. He said to me, Fabian, listen, I don't want you to go to Jamaica and get injured. And I said, okay, coach. So that pass I came to Jamaica, didn't play in the first match. Carl Brown was the coach at the time. While training for the second game, I was supposed to be in the starting 11 and got injured in training and didn't get a chance to even make the squad for the second game. And with all of that said, went back to America. It was all downhill from there. The coach really didn't speak to me at all. He didn't even look at me eye to eye. We didn't make eye contact, none at all, for the remainder of the season. I think we had like 4 to 5 months remaining in the season back then, and trust me, not even my agent spoke to me. I tried to call him on a separate occasions and he didn't answer. So, I just bought my ticket and came back home.
He returned to Harbour where he picked up an ankle injury that kept him out of action for 2 years.
I even went on a trial with the same injury to the United Arab Emirates, to a team called Al Ain, and they sent me back home because I was really injured. I couldn't even train, and them sent me home, and I said, well, we did some tests before I leave, and they said I could, I would overcome the injury by the time I get to Asia, but I never did. I remember when I got the injury, and after the surgery, the surgeon told me that, listen, you're not gonna be able to do some things with your ankle, and I said, what, really? And he showed me, and I said, your ankle can only move up and down. You can't do like this, and if you ever twist your ankle again, then that's it in football with you. And from that time until now, I haven't twisted my right ankle, so you must know.
He recovered well enough in 2008 to get a contract with Notre a second division club in Norway.
I went there with a aim and a goal to win things, and we had a meeting before the season started, my first season started, and the chairman of the club said something on the podium, and he said, you know, we just wanted to finish in the top 9. And I was like, really? I didn't come to Europe to finish top 9 or top 6 or top 7. I came to Europe to win, and I said it to him early after he came down from off the podium, and he was like, really? And you know, we actually surpassed the top 9 that he wanted to, and we finished 6th that season. As I told you before, I scored 14 goals, and you know, I went there on a loan deal with the option to buy. And after the first season, then they signed me for 3 years. I went there injured, but I went through the season injury-free. After the first season, the second season was just a disaster. Broke my leg at the beginning of the second season. A big club actually from the Tipper League in Norway came to buy me the same day that I broke my leg. And it was just a bad feeling. I had like 30 seconds remaining in the training session when I broke my leg. And you know, I just cried, and the coach didn't even look at me, just blow the whistle for the training to finish and just walk away. After he walked away, he called me on my phone when I got home and said, Fabian, I know that something bad happened. That's why I didn't come over to you and said anything. And I said, okay, coach. And you know, it was just a bad time the second season, and you know, it was really downhill from there. From the second season, I struggled to get back, and they tried to ace me to get back, and further injuries took place. I get another knee injury that I had to do another surgery on my knee, and you know, it was all downhill from there. But the experience was a very good one. I really enjoyed myself in Norway, and I think I did myself really proud.
He's now active as a coach with Harbour, but he hasn't called the time on his playing career.
I've not retired, really. I just, you know, figure more than less I'd, you know, start doing my coaching badges now, and, you know, pass on the knowledge that I've learned. And I'm still a student of the game. I'm still a teacher, really. So I've not retired. I still play in the St. Catherine Major League, and even now the boys, even the coaches are asking me to start training back now for the team, you know. So you never know. I also work with the Newland football team in St. Catherine as a coach and as a player. And we won the St. Catherine Major League. So, you know, I'm doing good things, and I think what I've learned and passing on now is really, really reaping some success right now.
Taylor also weighs in on the direction of the Premier League.
The lowest is the standard of the pitches, the standard of the attendance, the standard of the just overall standard, really. I don't think we have grown in the Premier League much over the years. I think we're going backwards in terms of development, and we really wanted to. For me, I wanted to see the Premier League turn into a professional league.
As for emerging players that could make it big, Taylor identifies too.
I'm seeing the youngster from Tivoli Gardens, Junior Flemings. I think he's doing really well for himself and for his team, and I think that he can grow really. We have a kid here as well, Kevin Frater. I think he can also be a big impact player in the league. You know, so moving forward, I think those two players is what I see now, really.
Not to be left out is a young Taylor.
I can tell you he's really passionate about the sport, really. And he's 7. He went to last year. I took him to England, and he went to West Bromwich Albion and a little trial stint. But he was too young at the time, really. But you know, it was a good experience for him and stuff. And I think he's gonna be a good one. Trust me.
And then there are the people who made it happen for him on the field.
You know about Chris from Tivoli. He was one of the first person, as well as it has been a lot. Harold Thomas, Dean Blaine. It's been so much people. I don't want to call names because people are gonna say, "Oh, Fabian, you leave me out," But you know, it's been a lot of people really well helped me along the way. My mother, my wife now, who's always there for me.